Hello and welcome back. Good evening to all of you. Let's begin the class of political theory, class 11th. Uh, as you know that we have two books in the political science. One is political theory and the second one is the constitution. So this time we are going to start political theory, and here you can see that this is chapter 1, introduction, political theory and introduction. Now, one thing I would like to assure you that throughout this month, I'll try to complete or cover the whole syllabus or the whole chapters, whatever. I mean, there are 10 chapters in the political theory. If you look at the old syllabus of the CBSE, as per the updated syllabus, there is 8 chapters are coming. So we'll cover 8 chapters and also we'll discuss the ninth and 10th chapter as well. Later on, we'll begin the second book, that is the Constitution of India, and this class will be totally recorded in English or in English, and then later on will record in Hindi. It will be a marathon class. So here you can see this is chapter 1, introduction, that is political theory in an introduction. So now if we talk about human beings, so human beings are basically unique in two aspects. One, that is human beings have reason or wisdom, and the secondly, they used to speak any language, or they communicate, I would say. So in human beings there are two types of things, that they have ability to take decisions, and in this decisions uh, the reason or the wisdom of the individual reflects. For example, if you choose humanities, you might there might be something in your mind, that why you want to be part of the humanities section. Okay, and why did you opt, what is the reason behind the opting the political science? So it means there might be some reason. So it shows that the human beings have reason or wisdom. Secondly, they can communicate effectively, and because of that they have the capability of using language to communicate, to inform others. So now these two aspects are unique in terms of, if we talk about the human beings. Now here you can see the political theory has roots in the twin aspects of human self. It analyzes certain basic questions. So what basically we deal in the political science, you can see, you can look at here. So the first thing is that we look here in the political theory, that how should society be organized. We are living in an organized place, or I would say we are living in a place, it's called society. It consists multiple ethnicities, communities, religious people, and caste and all. So everything is included within this. So how should society be organized, what kind of method we should use? So this is defined, this we learn in political theory, that how a society should looks like. It should be based on justice. There should be equality. It Whether people should follow secularism or nationalism, which kind of nationalism do they have. So all we discuss about here in this particular aspect. Now you can see, why do we need a government? So to regulate the society we need a government, and the question is, why do we need a government? So here we discuss, why do we need a government, the role of the government and the objective of the government in political theory, and also what is the best form of government. I mean, what kind of government should be a best form of government, we'll discuss about here. Does law limits our freedom? Of course. If we talk about law, law regulates the whole society. Okay, law regulates the whole society, and that's why we can see here that if we have a law, so it regulates the whole society. So does it basically limits? No, it doesn't limits, and sometime it limits. We'll have a discussion on that as well. And here you can see, what does the state owe its citizens, and what do we owe each other as citizen. So we'll discuss about the role of the state, and also we'll discuss about the role of citizens as a society in a whole. Okay, so here you can see that there are multiple aspects which we will discuss in these chapters. uh, Now if we talk about political theory itself, so how basically political theory revolves. So if you look at the political theory, it revolves around the value of political life. Now what is political life? If we talk about political life, it means freedom, equality and justice. For example, if you are not free, if you are living in a society, the society is not following the principle of equality or justice, so your political life will be controlled by some authorities. So here we basically learn, so political theory is basically talking about mainly the political life of an individual or society as a whole. Okay, now so you can say, you can look at here, it explains the meaning and the significance of these value and other related concepts. For example, with the help of the idea of some major political thinkers of the past and present, we analyze that how society basically grow. Okay, for example, we have a caste system in India, or we have Varna system in the Vedic age or the post Vedic age, and that basically created a kind of discrimination in the society. So with the help of thinkers, a lot of thinkers and analysts, we now came to the conclusion that we should not have a equality, or we should not living in a just society. So that's why when we are writing our constitution in 1940s, from 1946 till 1949, so what we have done, we just try to create a kind of a constitution which basically provides social justice. Okay, so we will use thinkers to understand the broader conception, the concept of the of society, of equality, freedom and justice. Now here you can see political theory at an advanced level. So that was in the beginning level. If we talk about at the advanced level, so it looks at whether existing definitions are adequate and how existing institutions like government, bureaucracy and policy practices must be modified to be become more democratic. So if you look at the basic part of the political theory, it talks about the basic concepts like equality, freedom, justice and liberty and all. And if you go beyond the advanced level, so it gives us suggestions that which kind of government is good for us, existing one or there should be the another one. Okay, we have the government, a bureaucracy, it is good, existing one or the other one. Okay, so so basically it talks about the constant changes. Okay, if there is a changes, or there is a it basically talks about that how we can change our governments as per our requirements, or the government system as per our requirements. Okay, so you can see here the objectives of political theory. So the main objective of political theory is basically to train citizens to think rationally about political questions and assess the political events of our time. So basically, political theory just try to create a critical thinking of individual. We all are human beings and we are living in a certain place, and we know that how we can, which kind of questions we may face. Okay, so that's why you know that the political theories basically just try to train us that we should think rationally about political questions. For example, whom we should vote, and what should be the perspective when we are voting someone, what should be our criteria, right? So हमें क्या चीजें follow करनी चाहिए, that we basically talks about. Now if we talk about in this chapter, what we are going to study in this chapter, so we are going to understand what is basically politics. So the definition of politics, and then what do we study in political theory. Okay. So the first and foremost, a very important topic, that is what is politics. So we'll understand the different definitions of politics, and then we'll understand what do we study in political theory, what is the relevance of political theory. Then also we'll add later on, we'll understand, we'll try to put political theory into practice. Okay. And why should we study political theory? So these are a few questions which we'll discuss here in this particular chapter. Number one, what is the meaning of politics? And secondly, why do we study, what do we study in political theory? Number third, how we can put political theory into practice? And number fourth, why should we study political theory? Okay, so these will be the questions we'll discuss in this particular chapter. Okay, so we'll begin our chapter in the next video. Till then, please be connected with us. Thank you so much. It was an introduction class, and in the next class, we'll continue from the what is politics. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.